Good morning. On the following video, we will explore the difference between American and British English. My name is Exxon Azabache, and I will give you a short introduction to the topic. Then Katherine Durand will give you some examples of spelling difference, followed by Joseph Rivera with examples about the pronunciation difference. And lastly, but not nonetheless important, Summi Balladares will give us some conclusions about the topic. But first, to speak about the difference between American and British English, we must first speak about the standardization of both languages. In America, the main influence in spelling was Webster's An American Dictionary, or just Webster's Dictionary, published in 1828. Through this dictionary, Noah Webster created a compendium of already existing pronunciations and spellings, allowing these chosen pronunciations and spellings spread and create the American standard. The British Standard follows the Samuel Johnson's A Dictionary of the English Language, published in 1755. This was the most influential dictionary for almost 173 years, when the Oxford English Dictionary was released. Johnson's dictionary was influential not only to the British language, but also to the creation of dictionaries. Both branches of the language got multiple influences from foreign words, cultural movements, historical events, etc. This drove them apart, creating noticeable difference between both dialects. And now to explain those differences, Katherine Durand.
Spelling variation may appear, but they do affect the way words are written. It's important to differentiate this discretion when using British or American English in written communication. One of the most noticeable distinction between British and American English is spelling. This is variation have evolved over time, leading to difference in how words are written. For instance, words ending in or in British English, like color and foul, are typically spelled with or in American English, such as color and foul. Additionally, the use of "r" at the end of a word difference. In British, it's common to see words like center or meter, where in American they are spelled center and murder. Another significant difference is the doubling of consonants. In British words like traveling, cancelled, often have a double L or consonants when adding suffix. In American, these words are spelled with extra letter, as in traveling, cancelled. For more words contain L in British may change to double L in American English. For example, fulfill become fulfill. We can see more examples about the are, these, and not bad to overlook them, such as the difference in spelling between K and K is from 5 words. Allowed is not a common distinction. Words ending in K in American English may end in K in British English. Check, check. Tire, tire. Drove, drove. There's also a difference in spelling between oak and oak. In dialects is one of the less common variations. American English, the word end white oak changes to oak. In British English, this spelling difference is often related to words or French origins. That is some. Yellow.
One of the most noticeable differences in the pronunciation of the letter R in the US, the R is usually pronounced. For example, the first picture will be pronounced like water, The second will be pronounced like board. And the third like morning. But in British English, the letter R is usually tried to avoid. For example, the first picture will be pronounced like water, the second like boat, and the third like morning. However, if the word begins with R, it will be pronounced whether it's British or American English. For example, report or report. In British English, there is a slight rule which is linking R. The rule is if a word is spelled ending with an R and the next word begins with a vowel sound, the R will be pronounced. As you can see in the example in this slide, that phrase will be like for all. It happens in order to have fluid pronunciation, but if the word for, it is pronounced on its own, the R, it's not pronounced. So that word will be pronounced like full. On the other hand, there is another rule in which Brits may include the R sound when a word ends in a vowel sound. And the following word begins in a vowel sound. For example, I saw a good film. In British English, the R is insert where there is not meant to be one. However, in American English, this is not the case. The USA's pronunciation will be, I saw a good film. Another example is drawing in British English and drawing in American English.
In conclusion, the difference in spelling between British and American English have roots in the historical evolution of the language and the cultural influences from both regions. However, it's crucial to recognize that both forms of English are equally valid for effective communication, so they shouldn't be seen as obstacles to understanding to each other. The regions actually contribute to the richness of linguistic and cultural diversity in the English-speaking world. So choosing between American and British English. British English depends on personal preference or the context of use. So understanding and respecting these different linguistic not only helps to preserve and enrich the English language worldwide, but also make the experience of using a different type of English enjoyable. So exploring the various different types of English from different places can be a fun or a rewarding experience, especially for the persons have enthusiasm for the language or just the persons starting to learn. So I can also lead to new friendships with the people from different places on different parts of the world. So why not take the opportunity to explore and speak this world language in all wonderful versions? So this is our final exam. So thanks for the time, for attention.